My next up, the basketball scene, people. The scene at the basketball court was crazy. I loved it. I loved it. It's rare that you get a scene with the men of Sistas, sharing an actual scene with each other. But it went down on the most recent episode. We got Gary, we got Hayden, we got Aaron, and we got Zach in one scene. Yes, sir, it is your boy KB, the boss from ShifterMagazine.com, here with another episode of Shifter TV Talk, where we break down the latest in some of our favorite TV shows. And so today we're breaking down season 5, episode 10 of Tyler Perry's Sistas. And dare I say, this may actually be a perfect episode. Perfect. No downs from KB the boss. I got about 4 or 5 ups, no downs, because the episode was that good. So let's jump right in. Now, my very first up, Aaron and Karen again. This is a record, people. This is the very first time ever on Shifter TV Talk that Aaron has been up 2 weeks in a row. I think so. I think it is. Very first time ever that Aaron is up 2 weeks in a row. But I'm liking the evolving relationship between Aaron and Karen. The vibe is right. As I said last week, it feels like there's them joking together. It feels like it's the beginnings of an actual relationship. Like they're actually developing a friendship now, joking with each other, which is going to lead to a relationship. I said this like many episodes ago, my bold prediction back in the hospital times, back when they're in the doctor's appointments, I predicted that Aaron and Karen would end up together, that the baby would be his, they would live happily ever after. They're actually gonna be one of the better couples on the show. And I think that's actually going to happen. Like, it looks like they're on that path again. They've been joking together. Miss Lisa and Aaron are texting each other. Not only are they calling each other, but they're texting each other, developing a mother-son relationship. It's going down, people. Karen and Aaron is going to be a thing, and I like it. So, bro, that's an up. My next up, Karen finally finds out that Sabrina is in jail. Like, they kept this girl in the dark for a long time, but they finally let her know exactly everything that's been happening, not just with Sabrina, but even just with Danny and Jonah and her being physically assaulted, her almost killing a man. She found out about, Andy's situations with Gary and Robin and the whole shebang. So finally, the 3 girls had a great scene. They finally got this girl caught up in everything that's been happening in their lives. It was a pretty good scene. Boom. Let me give that an up. My next up, the basketball scene, people. The scene at the basketball court was crazy. I loved it. It's rare that you get a scene with the men of Sistas, sharing an actual scene with each other. But it went down on the most recent episode. We got Gary, we got Hayden, we got Aaron, and we got Zach in one scene. Zach wasn't feeling it. Aaron's there trying to be nice to him, like, I don't have a problem with you. Let's get on the same page. He actually wanted to be on Zach's team, and Zach's like, nah, I ain't trying to be on your team. And Zach finally he's like, every time you're nice, he's like, he's like, I hate you, he says to Aaron. But he's like, I also hate myself, because every time you're nice to me, I start to like you even more. Is there going to be a little bromance going on between Zach and Aaron? I don't know, but I was liking the scene. Gary was trying to be nice to Zach. Zach wasn't feeling that. He wasn't about that. Kind of brushed off Gary. Gary was in a good mood because he was about to get a little action from Andy, so he was in a good mood. And then Hayden enters the scene, and then Zach and Hayden go back and forth again with each other. I loved it. It was a great scene. We need more of that. More scenes with more than 2 male cast members from Sistas in one scene. We need that again, people. So that, my friends, boom, major up the basketball scene. And last but not least, Danny and Preston. Danny and Preston finally met in person outside of Danny's apartment building. It was a great scene. We're seeing the love that Preston has for this woman, the patience that he has for this woman, her trying to figure out, like, she doesn't know what she wants. Like, do I want somebody? Do I not want somebody? Do I love you? Do I not love you? Like, she's trying to figure herself out. She's like, I don't want to hurt you, Preston. And he's like, I'm a big boy. And he meant it in more than one sense of the word. I'm a big boy. But I love the scene. I loved it. So that scene gets a big up because I'm a big fan of Danny and Preston. Other things that happened on this scene, there's like, there's a little Zatima scene going on there, a little Zatima scene where, she was a little bit worried. She was talking about them, her and Zach being engaged, and her being a little bit worried because, if he does get sued by Heather, the alleged baby mama, that that his debt is going to become her debt if they get married. So she's kind of thinking like long-term thinking about them being married. Well, it'd be interesting to see where that conversation goes, because it's a little bit weird. I was like, where's this going, this conversation? So we'll see, but that was a little bit odd. Pam was left to lock up the salon, left a flat iron, I think it was a curling iron or flat iron, plugged in, alluding to the fact that there's probably going to be a fire. And Aaron, Karen wanted to go check up and be like, she didn't trust her, but then Aaron convinced her to not go check on the salon, which is not going to go over very well because there probably is going to be a fire. So we'll keep a look at that. And the scenes for next week. Maurice is back, people. Maurice is back, people. Even if it's for one episode, for the first half of the season, Maurice is back. Can't wait. Looking forward to see what goes down with Maurice. That's going to be up already. I'm giving that up for next week. Maurice is back, people. And that's it for this episode of Shifter TV Talk. Make sure to like, to comment, to subscribe, and to share. Once again, it's your boy Kevin Bourne, also known as KB the Boss. I'm out. Peace.